Hello everyone, PaperSpock here. We're going to hop right into our next episode of Heaven's Fall. Just left up this screen briefly to point out that if the story so far kind of acts as hints, Annalea's old friend Roy helped uncover the robot's path. That's interesting as a possible lead, so we're on Renaki right now. But after we go to Renaki, I might prioritize heading off to Elbereth because we have two leads we can follow there. We can follow that lead that the story suggests. We also can try doing something unusual at the gate. Trying the word that we were given by Amir. It's been a couple days since I've played, so... yes, this was the gentleman who just sold us fruit in exchange for one of the finds we had. Can I talk to you? Nope. Nope. Well, this will be interesting, because this seems to be one of the more wide-open spaces in the game. Look at the people, Six. Are they avoiding anything? Treating anywhere with particular caution? I detect no unusual patterns of movement. Perhaps there is an open space in that direction. People are slowing down as they leave this street. Okay, no, we can't walk this way. There's just an invisible wall. Okay. Yeah, that cuts down on areas we can explore, which is good for me because I get horribly, horribly lost. Is that door open? Can I go in it? Looks like I might be able to, but actually I cannot. Who is this Ahmadu, mistress? Looks that he might know something. The Huang might have just been showing off that he spoke to someone. There's a few more people through here.
The market of Ranaka seemed to never end. Shoemakers sold boots to the fruit sellers, who sold sour apples to the knife makers, whose blades the shoemakers used to make boots. I don't know if anyone on Ranaka ever slept, but if they did, I bet they bought and sold their dreams.
Pottery. They can't sell all of these, surely. Unless they break them after every meal. This place is so happy. I can't imagine Elbereth being like this. Wealth, and distance from Iox. Vases. I prefer them to the pots anyway. I could keep my paintbrushes in them if I painted.
A
Or
fountain
flowers.
was messing about in the middle of the square, spitting at passers-by.
I wonder what people here use them for. They're for oil and water. For bathing. How could you not know that? Well, we've walked some distance from where the game expected us to have walked. Yes? My name is Aaliyah. Can I help you? I was reading. What's your book? I like books. There's nothing wrong with that, is there? I love books too. Especially if I can translate them. Do you? I barely have any. I have a friend who loves reading. He was here, on Renaki, quite recently, I see. Where are you from, anyway? I'm from Elbereth. Oh. Elbereth isn't very nice, I'm told. Unlucky places never are. No, I suppose not. I work on Iox. There are libraries there. Iox! I've always wanted to visit a real library. Iox has 3. Thousands of books. Some are so old no one can read them. You're teasing me. Maybe a little. But I'd love to see it. Only, I couldn't ever sail. My soul is pure, and I'll keep it that way. How can you see the nebula if you don't sail? You really think like that? You don't find you lose anything out there? I lose my way sometimes. But not my soul, if that's what you mean. The priests of the loop are very clear about it. The rivers strip your soul. It's what they're made of, after all. They're clear on that, aren't they? And how do you think they get from moon to moon? Excuse me. I don't get much time. My father will have me back at the account soon enough. His name is Amadou. He's a trader. That's his stall, on the roof over there. You could buy yourself another servo, perhaps. Trader? He must sail. He uses servos, obviously. That's what he trades in. Good faith to you. Excuse me again. Hello again. Good faith to you, lady. I must get back to my work. Where are you headed? Is she going to where her father is? Oh. Keep your eyes open. For an entourage. Whatever that means. Do not... Eyes closed?
Smell
They do not
fried
exist.
meat, spiced apple, fresh leather, wealth.
Okay. So, nothing I can do with the fountain. Here's what I was hoping I could do. A jar? Jars for water. Or oil, perhaps. Half these stalls don't have merchants. Aren't they worried about thieves? Perhaps these people are rich enough to be honest, or perhaps the punishment for stealing is extreme. That's kind of what I was thinking, honestly, is that punishment might be rather extreme here. Seem to sell everything here. Look in here. Those are lizards, aren't they? Gecko. All colors. You sell lizards? Buy gecko? Finest gecko. It climbs walls. And reach hard to reach places. How much does one cost? 33. 33 what? 33. Good age for a lizard. Gecko now or gecko later? Gecko now or gecko later? I'm gonna buy a gecko. I will not carry it, mistress. Don't be a kumquat, fist. I'll carry the gecko. I kind of want to see what he would have said. Respectfully, mistress, you did not come here for a gecko. And I am not having a gecko climbing around inside my lower drawers. Gecko? Gecko now, please. Good choice. Let's see what you've brought. I prefer ancient and mysterious things. Let's see what valuable I have. The wooden sword. How about this? That's very nice. Done. What do you think, Six? Looks like a rat. Nothing like a rat. It has legs and crawls. Also, mistress? I think your gecko has escaped. Very possible. Gecko's very quick. It just ran off? Good, fast gecko. Very healthy. You want more gecko? This time you hold it tight by the neck. I wanted that gecko back. Gecko very hard to catch. My job catching gecko is very hard. I'll buy a stripy one, please. Let's see what you're offering. I prefer ancient and mysterious things. Offer something small. The worn gold bangle. Maybe this? Well, it's not the best piece. You have a deal. I'll have to choose a name. Why am I not holding it by the neck? Why not call it Seven Mistress? Maybe I'll call it. I just want to see what she says. Wang, Sticky, something else. Amadu, Renba, something else. Addles, Flipper, something else. Snubnose, Flatbite, something else. Also, mistress? I think your gecko has escaped. No! Very possible. Gecko's very quick. I want my worn bangle back. You want more gecko? This time you hold it tight by the neck. Why didn't I do that? You did tell me that before, though. That's the only thing I can say. You didn't tell me that before. I think you know how gecko work. Gecko very hard to catch. My job catching gecko is very hard.
The fat man with a scarf flashed a cheeky smile at me as he walked away.
Do you think everyone here is like that? It would seem improbable. Surely they would have all starved. Oh! Now what are you? You still work? Oh ho! Those wooden boards are just for robots. I met your daughter. And she sent you to me? What do you want? Oh, Six does not look happy. What have you done to your robots? I treat mine badly, but this is macabre. They're servos, not robots. Are you buying? You've got one already. These old robots are servos? The very finest. Why don't you tell me why you're here? Looking for some information. The observatory, then? You're after the observatory. What makes you say that? The last fool of a sailor I came across, and he was a fool, I mentioned the observatory, and his ears pricked up like a kitten's. It was like he'd sat on a pin. Yeah, that sounds like Flag. Your friend, then? He all but lost his teeth at the mention of an observatory. He was just excited to tell me about it. And you were so excited to hear that you rushed to find Amadu. I understand perfectly. Your price is written all over your face, as they say here on Renaki. Ah, heck. I acted too excited. That is a fine-looking robot you have here. I know Moonred. I don't like any of these answers. They're still moving around. Fresh servos? All right, by the goddess. I'm an honest man through and through. Please believe that. You tell me where to fly, and I'll tell you what I know. How can I trust you? I'm a respected merchant who's running out of servos. Would I be wrong to hope you might find more? You might tell me. Let me tell you about the observatory. I've walked its corridors, seen ancient machines. It's built on 3 levels. Each is circular, each wider than the one above, so that it looks like it must topple from the sky, and yet it stands. I'll think about it. Now, who benefits from an attitude like that? You don't, and neither do I. I have to agree? Ah. Goodbye, Amadou. Oh, I was allowed to say nothing. It must expire. Goodbye, fair stranger, but I'll be waiting. Good sailing. If you find any servos at all, you know where to find me. My prices will never be bettered. Mistress, what just happened? I don't trust that man. Further than I could fit. And those robots on that moon, they aren't mine to sell. They just aren't. Yeah. I really want to see what the observatory holds. Could I find his daughter again? 6? Did Mayari mean what she said about you? That you were Renba's robot before? Is that true? I do not have enough data, mistress. I do not remember him. But it seems that my memories are not mine to control. All this time that we've been looking, you knew exactly what Renba was doing. But you didn't say, no, that's not right. No, mistress. That view is
The
staggeringly
size of this
unfair.
place was nothing compared to Elbereth. But it was more packed with life. More colour, more people, more business, more hope.
Is there any way to get your memories of Renba back? You would have to ask Renba that question. Perhaps when the loom will bring him back. Shoes. Where's the shopkeeper? I could steal a pair and run off in them. Perhaps they are so badly made they would trip you up. Bread. Smells good. Must be fresh. I cannot imagine how it smells. It is made from moldering flowers, is that correct? I don't think so, no. Made from flour. I get you 6. Baskets. Looks like the sun setting. Woven from grass. They're like a lot like the ones Renba was using. Maybe he came out here. One basket looks the same as another to me, mistress. A cook. Hungry 6? Hilarious. So just kind of to briefly touch on my thoughts, if I might ask, mistress, what is the plan now? I'm thinking. About what exactly, mistress? Let's say I sold you to him. No, I'm not seriously going to do that. But I want to see. Just for a short while. Yeah, maybe we can do a heist. Mistress, I am not yours to sell. How angry do you think he'd be if you hoppered away after purchase? Very angry indeed, mistress. I'm not convinced that powerful enemies are desirable assets. We could give it a try. I actually want to go through with this. I don't want to sell out those robots in case those robots are somehow sentient, because he's gonna just like strip out their brains and yeah, I don't want that to happen. Berries and other fruits. Amazing all these fruit sellers don't end up fighting each other. Quite possibly they do. I'm gonna wander around some more, see if I run into... Oh, ooh, oh, ah! I had the thing to talk to you, then you began to walk away. Can I talk to you? Okay, let's talk to you. Forgive me, but do you live on Renaki? Someone sold me a gecko, but I don't know why. Why? To keep the flies away from your fruit. Why else would you buy a gecko? Good faith, lady. Uh-oh. My pomelo okay? Pomelo. I don't say pomelo much, but thinking I'm pretty sure it's pomelo, not pomelo. What a goofball I've been. It must have been the first empress who ordered the erasure of the ancient script. From books, from monuments. Tore down all the old statues, eradicated the old gods. All because the old tongue could control the robots. Ancient was dangerous, except in a few closely guarded palaces. Or places. But no one noticed that the people on Elbereth spoke a form of ancient amongst themselves. Maybe their accent was so different no one even realized. And a few words survived. Yeah, that was interesting. It was really interesting to me when all of a sudden we realized that Elbereth and Elbereth speaking ancient were related. I want to find his daughter again. See if she'll sell out the secret of the observatory. No, we don't want to go back to the Nightingale. Who are you? Amethyst Plums. Miari said you were Renba's robot before he died. You must have sailed with him for a time. That's why you remember things sometimes. I do not remember him or what he did. I cannot be sure what I have done. And I wonder why Mayari didn't just tell me when she gave me to you. He must have known. Ah, someone I can talk to. And I can no longer talk to them. Them is the brakes. Someone I thought I could talk to, and then they decided to move. Ah. Such is life. Where'd his daughter go? His daughter went in there, right? Gee. You gonna come out? Maybe? No. The music has kind of changed tone. A lot more mysterious, a lot more tentative. And like, what's gonna happen next? We don't know. So we'll see if I actually do this. I do like the detail of there being ramps on the steps for the robots. Aha! You can't have my robot. Really, mistress? It speaks. Wonderful. Pity you do not really want to find the observatory. I don't like your terms. I could tell you about the corridors of glass. The machines like giant servos buried deep below the crust. Are you sure you won't trade? I think we have a deal. We're gonna do the crazy plan. Gonna get ourselves in trouble. Excellent. Mistress, please! Glass of water, then? Settle the matter in the stomach? I'll go without. You're not gonna poison me or something. As you will. Now, transfer ownership to me. Happily. 6? Can't say I'll miss you. I'm gonna play this up. Somehow this sort of thing always happens to my robots. I transfer what possessions I have of you to this man. Excellent. Technically true. Now let's put that to the test. Robot, forcibly eject this young lady. Indeed, master. Amadou, your daughter told me you were a man of honor. But it is you who dishonors me. I'm a dedicated servo dealer. I know how these things work. For example, I know how ownership is transferred. I think that perhaps you don't. You're right, I don't. You don't own this robot any more than, well, than I do. So why throw me out? See how much you really wanted the observatory. Not that much, perhaps, since you weren't willing to pay a fair price. Do you know where the observatory is? Or don't you? As it happens, I don't. Whoever sent you to me was misinformed. Misinformed by you? It's certainly possible. But I do know something of the place. Here. Out there somewhere, the observatory. This may help you find it. On it, there seems to be an inscription, mistress! Yes, we haven't translated anything all day! We have not translated anything all day. This is the start of a fragment of text. Oh, cool. I'm checking something quick. Okay. I've been a little paranoid that my voice isn't recording ever since that one time where I accidentally turned off the voice recording and didn't turn it back on, but we are recording. I am seeing the bars. We are good to continue. Okay. So stone in. So we have the noun. I'm certain my translation for stone is correct. Strengths, strikes, circles, or ideas. So strikes or strike. So a strike, strengths or so high. So something with higher up. So this is similar to the word here. Kind of. But if things are combined in a bit of a different way. So which of these is closest to here? You can hear ideas. You don't really hear circles. Or strikes. I mean, if something hits something else, something strikes something else, sometimes the sound is produced. Strengths. It's a little weird to hear strengths. Ideas. I want to say maybe that was the book symbol in the center, or somehow related to books. I know it's also related to to god or goddesses. I remember that much because the god symbol is this, and then this, but the bottom is split in half and a dot somewhere. I think ideas. Ideas in stone? Does that make sense? Strength in stone kind of makes sense. Strikes in stone doesn't. Circles in stone. Ideas in circles in stone? Maybe. I think ideas is probably best here. Curious metal cylinder. Ideas in stone. Curious. So now you want to help me? Why not? I don't know where it came from. So how about this? When you find the observatory, and I think maybe you will, and any servos you find inside, any robots, you bring them to me. I can't promise that. What I find isn't mine to distribute. No, it isn't. It's mine. That's the deal, you see. I look forward to your return. Mistress, I am shocked, but also quite admiring. That could have gone worse. It could have gone considerably worse, mistress. That man owned cutting tools. Amadu wouldn't have cut you open, Six. I think, anyway. I'd like to activate the hopper now, mistress. Not just yet. I want to explore around just one more pass in this place. Oh. Can I get to you in time? Nope, I can't get to you in time. I really don't like when that happens. I see the little dot, and I'm like, oh, I can run up to the dot, I can say hello, I can find out something interesting, and then, whoop, we lose the connection. Sour apples. Lanterns. Ooh. They make a great noise when you smash them, Six. That's something I discovered. Well, that's cool. That's cool that they referenced that moment where we smashed the lantern so we'd have a shard of glass to use as a knife when we were kidnapped. I take it we are leaving then, mistress? Any other ideas? No, mistress. A hopper? Let's find somewhere a little quieter, maybe. So, I'm gonna poke around a little bit more. Oh, I can talk to you! Please, one moment, but are you a local here? I've lived here all my life. You know any old artifacts dealer here? Any old dealers of artifacts here? Artifacts? There are no doubt some jewelers. You will have to take your luck with the market. Good faith to you. I'm so glad I finally caught someone. I wonder what he'll say if I go back up to him. I'm a little nervous because that guy just generally makes me nervous. He saw through what I was trying to do, though. That was a little embarrassing. I was like, hee hee, I'm so clever. I'm like, I transfer all the ownership I have over to you, and when I had no ownership whatsoever. Okay, we'll head up here. Gecko, find Gecko. Okay, we'll go back. You're talking Gecko again. You're talking Gecko again, aren't you? You just yelled Gecko to me. Gave me Gecko mini cutscene. Oh, I literally can't go back up here. Enter an inscription. I thought it said an inscription. Fountain. Okay, we can go over to the fountain, see if there's an inscription. See if we can reactivate that. Game's being a little weird here, maybe? Oh, there was another Can I get to them in time? No, I cannot get to them in time. What if I follow them? Oh, they're walking out there. Ah, I thought it said an inscription for a moment. Maybe I was just reading the word fountain. Let me try going back up the steps, seeing if I can trigger the fountain from here. A fountain. Can you imagine a fountain like this on Elbereth? Just spilling water into the street? Where does that water come from? Is there a wellsprings right here? No, mistress. I believe the water is pumped up and cycled. Still, it's still here. If this was Elbereth, there would be a pipe running under it into someone's tank. Do you think anyone would stop me filling up a bottle? I doubt the water is drinkable. Water would still be worth a goat or two on Elbereth, even if it isn't drinkable. Are we gonna randomly take some water? Is that what we're gonna do? Buy a goat? Don't you run, don't you run. Okay, we get to talk to you. Forgive me, but do you know this moon well? I know this old moon very well. I'm from Ajax, and I'm looking for old ruins. We build things properly on Renaki. Things are ruined, we repair them. Good faith, young lady. Okay, I cannot interact with the fountain still. And let's see, is there anything else? I think that's where she was sitting. Somewhere thereabouts anyway. I think I'm gonna head out now. I think I'm gonna move along. And we'll see if we get any... Well, I do still want to go to Elbereth, kind of. But if I can get to the observatory, that sounds interesting. It sounds like there's robots there. I can't believe I was so easily led down the wrong path in terms of, haha, we're gonna pull it over on you, and he's like, hee hee. Nope. I know that's not how robot transfer works. I wonder how differently it could have gone if I had transferred ownership. If I had told him that I was not the primary user. Oh, let's get back to the Nightingale. I hadn't quite meant to do that, but that's fine. And so we left the surface of Renaki, the market moon. I think they say it Renaka? Something like that. Let's look at our inscriptions. Let's see if we have any solvable inscriptions. Etched into the stones of the Myercian wall. Holy water from below rock. Okay, very good. We still have that. Do we have anything new? Nah. Mm, I don't believe we have anything new. Protect. No, that's not of protect. That could be of god. Goddess. Could be home? That's part of home, but no. So home, protect. We think it's protect. So of protector of goddess. Problem is there's still the stuff on the left. That central bit I think is all one between in front and of goddess. I think that together is all one word. So then where does the other word break up? Okay, we're gonna use this as a pointer. Getting deja vu. Maybe I used this as a pointer and tried to break this apart last time. But let's see. So we have verb symbol, we have adjective symbol, we have not up, so that has to do with low. Okay, yeah, so to do low, so something with lower connected to the idea of a location. It's connected to the idea of moving all. I think the circle means all, I can't remember. And that also is connected to the idea of moving person. Unless, I feel like there should be something in the center of here. Okay, let's look and see if we can get any symbols that we can throw in the center there. Like in any way at all. So goddess, no. Protect, nope. Of, nope. Low, we can plop that down. That's not going to do anything. Let's remove that because it's going to get in our way. 4 does not fit in there. And the other words, I don't think so, no. Home, no. So this is what's mystifying me here, is they say this is solvable. Wait a second. Let's assume this is really solvable. No, I was mistaken. I thought in front and home were somehow linked, and I'd put one where the other could be, but no, I can just toss in home there. Then we have that. We have a verb in front of there. Wait, no, protect? No, we can't. Okay, if that's protect, then we have a trailing dot, which I don't think is a feature of this language. Let's try some variations. Let's plug things in as much as we can on the left. Checked we can. I'm just doing a check to be sure there's nothing I'm missing. So we're going to try of protect, and then we're going to try of home. Nope. Well, there goes that idea, I think. What if we plug in 4? In front, we could redivide it that way. And then what if we got rid of home and put in protect? Or in the word of, so past place of something of goddess. Trying to think of more variations, because this has really been a stumping point for me, because it says it's solvable, but it doesn't seem to. And I will say that I've been recording these a lot faster than I've been releasing them, so if you know the answer and you're trying to tell me, unfortunately that's not going to work. No, it might be interesting for me to hear the answers, like, oh, you... Probably hard to use text to articulate how to do this correctly. because like I have trouble trying to describe the different symbols because I don't have. I've started to create my own names for them, for lack of having ways of referring to them. Okay. Oh, our experiments had a low plugged in. Okay, let's get rid of low. Let's assume somehow everything before the word for is one word. Let's try plugging in protect. Let's try plugging in the word of. Try plugging in protect again. I think I just did that. So I think of protector of goddess is what I think it's going to say. In front of protector of goddess, maybe? In front of phrase that I think probably means protector of goddess. But if that was correct, we would be in the phrase scene because it would complete here, I think. Because we have the using of as a cursor, as we love to do. We have this part here, colon. We have another colon. Well, okay, so verb connected to adjective connected to negation of up. So probably lower. Lower attached to the idea because colons seem to extend words. Attached to noun meaning location. That's in turn attached to every movement or something like that. So this is like a big this is a big idea. This is another big idea. This is another big idea. Then these are smaller ideas linked by the dot maybe. And I almost want to try to look this one up just to see if I'm missing something because I feel stuck here in a way I shouldn't feel stuck, I don't think. Like, I'm either missing something extremely obvious that I'm going to feel silly about, or maybe I'm missing something a little less obvious. It could be something that's a little less obvious, or there's some kind of glitch. Because the thing that feels like a glitch is that it won't eliminate any more words. And I feel like, so let's imagine the scenario where things are set up so that I could, okay, I can imagine two scenarios. Oh, I can imagine more than two scenarios, but first scenario I'm imagining is the word low is incorrect, so I could plug in low, plug in everything else, then it would be deleted. The other possibility would be every word is correct and I just wasn't putting it in the right order. But that doesn't seem right, because if I plugged in low by itself, and that is correct, then I also need the word act, because act is now by itself. So that does not seem plausible to me, that scenario. So using low, not a plausible scenario, which means using every word, also not a plausible scenario. Which means either the game won't give me two cross-offs, like it'll only cross off act and then I have to build something with what's left, or as an alternative, the game maybe feels like it's glitched, but I feel like I trust this game mostly, but it's hard to tell. I mean, whenever you have a game, there's always going to be some sort of thing that ends up slipping through the cracks, and that's just how it goes. but I'm at the point where I'm trying to decide how much more effort should I dedicate trying to crack this open. And for a while, I felt, oh, I'm going to get a new word, and the new word is going to divide things up in a pleasing way, and that's going to be the solution. But that hasn't come and that hasn't come. But I also don't feel like I've learned a lot of words since I first identified this as tricky. So let's see. Get rid of in front of. Let's throw in. Let's throw in for. I do genuinely think that I want these to be one word, but maybe they somehow aren't. Maybe they somehow aren't. But I don't have any symbols I can throw in there. Except for low. But low doesn't make sense because then we'd have an isolated act, and act has already been crossed off. So, can't be low. And none of these other symbols fit over there. Goddess doesn't fit. Protect does not fit. We have the location symbol, but the other symbols around it are different. Of, no ofs. We already have crossed out low. For, we have here. Home, no, that doesn't fit. In front, that also doesn't fit. So pretty much that whole thing has to be a phrase. I think in front, then, in front of. I feel pretty good about everything that's on the board right now. In front of, because if I try to turn in front of into just, what's the other alternative? For, then we have this different construction, which we don't have meaning anything. It's also possibly in front translation is wrong, so I need to kind of keep that in the back of my mind. But I think that I feel like this should all be one word because because it's connected. Person connected to protect. So protector. Protector isn't an option. If I put home here, then I have a stray act in a way I don't like. Unless person dot act symbol means actor. In front of actor, home of goddess. No, that doesn't work even. Because it would be in front of actor of home of goddess. So I like protect. Except I don't like protect because person's there. I just remove the of. That doesn't fix things as much as I want it to. Uh, I'm wrong. It says it's solvable, but it really doesn't feel solvable. And this is such a sticking point right now for me. I really don't want to move on. I want to figure this out. But just to review, there's nothing I can put before in front that I can see. I have not figured out anything I can put there. The tools I have. I also think that whole part is an entire word. Oh, okay. I just had I don't think I have a way of. No, I don't have a way of sensibly doing it, but I could arguably see this being a division of the first word, and then person being attached to in front somehow. I'd maybe see that. The of seems in front of Protector of Goddess. I think the of probably does go there. If I throw home here, no. I know I've done that before. Just can't figure out what combination divides things up. Maybe I need to learn more about how words are divided up, especially the ones with colons. But I really think that with how the ideas are moving along and all the dots and the colons, that everything to the left of in front is a singular word. Okay, I'm gonna give up. I've talked myself out of trying to keep going. Okay, we're gonna beam up to our ship now. I'm gonna quickly check the time. Okay. We have time to at least start another little adventure. We returned to the ship and sprang up into the water. The bracelet from Amadu appears a genuine artifact, mistress. The one that comes from a site we have already discovered, the Serpent's Eye crater. Then there were corridors and machines. I fear he was lying, mistress. I don't think it was Renda's observation. What is this bracelet, anyway? Roy would know. Mistress, I have some significant news to report. I have informed Professor Miari of our speculation regarding the two laborers released from the university. She was of a very clear opinion. She believed it. In its entirety. The Holy Empire requires the leaders of the Empire to believe themselves to have been intended for that position. We have suspected the Professor believes herself to be the last Emperor but reborn. Miari has been anticipating the fall for some time, so you've confirmed her faith. 6. What has she done? She has sealed off Iox. I believe to prevent others from following Yazi and Saya in. We can no longer communicate with Iox. Not even you? Mistress, I travel with you. We are both now extremely unwelcome. I am not convinced you will ever be able to return. My pomelo. It has bugs on it. I'd eat it, but it was so expensive. No, you need to eat it. You need to eat it or else it'll rot. Come on. Amadu's shackle. Amadu claimed this came from an observatory. I still don't know what it is. But it's more a Roy's sort of thing. Damn. We really got locked out of Iox. Is this my gecko? 6. Look, the gecko came with us. We didn't name it. I wanted another chance to name it. I am aware. How did the gecko come with us? I do not wish to talk about it, mistress. Oh no. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Well, at least the flies won't get to the Pablo. Look out at the nebula. Mistress? Some people believe sailing is bad for the soul. I can't understand why. They believe the rivers are where souls go after death, mistress. Visit them early is to invite death. Is that what the lights out there are? Souls? Hardly seems likely, mistress. The rivers are water and air. You told me that. You can breathe them. The Wait, can I get out of the ship and swim around? I cannot, mistress. Oh boy. I can't believe we got locked out of Iox. Time to move on. What are we going to do this time? I'll prepare the braces! Okay. Preparing the braces. We found evidence of the moon. Professor Myri has locked the gates of Iox. Nothing can land, not even me. He seems to believe the fall is imminent. Go to Elbereth. Places really have... We have Roy. So I think I'm going to go to Elbereth. We're going to go to Elbereth. And on Elbereth, we're going to first try out various keywords to see if we teleport somewhere interesting. That could send us off on some really, really elaborate journey, possibly. We don't know just yet. Okay. And we are back on our voyage. The path turns left shortly, mistress. And so should we. Okay. That word the pigs told Amir. Yes, that I'm gonna try out that word for sure. I'm going to try it on the Elbereth Gate. I'm glad we're in agreement. I'm glad we're in agreement. But if it works, I don't know what I'll do. That's also true. Not quite sure where to go from there. Surely you would like to do something interesting. Okay, yes, we can pass control to 6. You can sail for a while, 6. Let's see where we end up. We make it all the way there. Elbereth! I could ask Roy to help 6 remember the Dias with the hopper. Okay. Can't believe the people here talk ancient. This place must be old. Older even than Iox, maybe. Okay, and first, I want to talk this way, 6. I want to talk to the main man. What was his name? Not Toppy. Toppy's the trader guy. I think that's the way out, so I think we go this way. I think I've always been turned around. No, I reverse psychology'd my way. The people here should move to Reniki. They would look like kings and queens there. Reniki couldn't support that many people. What is that music? It's the normal ominous music that plays Aaliyah. I will wait here, mistress. Ah, Timor. You once told me there were 7 gods in the ancient pantheon. I found 6. Did I tell you that? I was probably making it up. You don't know? We read the book of the 7th god. I think I was told by my grandmother that 7 was the lucky number for the ancients. Or 6 and 1, as she said it. Here. On the house? This time. I'll take a little sip. I'll take another sip. You want another Rocky? Fill it up. Does he not have anything to tell me? Enjoy. Oh, I can actually talk to him. Okay, continue talking. I saw something terrible out in the cyclones. A burned out wreck of a ship. Belonged to someone at the university. He died out there. And it could have been you? Easily. Still might. I take some real risks out there alone. And sometimes you wonder why you do it? We all take risks, Aaliyah. Life is a risk. I just feel bad for him, that's all. Of course you do. Have a drink in his honor. Ah. Have you ever heard the word Malifar? All the time. It means falling over from too much Rocky. Can't imagine anyone ever said it to you. I heard something out there about a darkness. Something that would fall across the whole nebula. Oh, yes? Did you hear that in the war rooms of Iox? I heard it from a robot on a ruined moon. Your life is so romantic, Aaliyah. Honestly, I would believe you more if you said you'd seen it written in the waters. That's interesting, because there was mention of ancient script being in one of the rivers. Waters cascade down a mountain. Water in rivers. Water bubbling in fountains. Sounds like a paradise. It was a graveyard. The water that comes from the dead is not suited for drinking, Olia. Bartenders know about this kind of thing. I should make a post for you at the university. I could never leave Elbereth. You know that. So there was water for the taking, was there? If there was any way to take it. Ooh, can we? Every problem is an opportunity, just as every stranger is a friend you haven't met yet. Where was it? In Ghost's wake. He's probably not gonna like that. But you don't sail, do you? Me? I have a bar to run. Probably of people you... Yeah, this place seems quiet. You can give me something to translate, maybe? You're the only one keeping me afloat. You give me all my drinks for free. How am I keeping you afloat? Okay. I guess that's it. More time with the creepy, ominous music. I'll be seeing you more. Don't be a stranger. Come on, 6. I do wonder why the music's so ominous in there. Perhaps we should return to the ship now, mistress. We've still more to do here. Okay, let's go. Ah, thank you. You've taken me all the way back out. Let's hop on over to the gate. Part of me wants to explore the path between here and the ship again, but I don't think that's gonna be fruitful. There's this little bit of my brain that says, what if? What if we find something? What if we walk over and there's something hidden in the I think that's rice. I would say the Citadel is older than the slums. I'd tend to agree. Of course it is. Slums don't last very long. I really think I'm just going off on a wild goose chase here. I don't see what the benefit of this... Oh? 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 Okay, that's going to be a roadblock. If I go the other way... This kind of reminds... I think I've been here once before, and I think I didn't get anywhere. But... it hasn't stopped me yet. I do really... Oh, what? Okay, I don't remember this. It's been a while since I would have last tried exploring, so I could have forgotten it. But I don't. I don't remember this. It's probably new. Unless I'm forgetting. Wait, no. Walk over to this building. Oh, we can't go in. There's something under here. Nothing. I must have been mistaken. No. You had my hopes up. This weird journey of mine had a reason. We have not seen enough of this moon, though. Wait. I go on a long walk in the game. The game decides to tease me. Decides to tell me, oh, you found something. Your long, long voyage has been rewarded by a mysterious object that you're going to get to translate. Oh, hee hee, nope. Nope, that's not for you to translate. You just thought you saw something. Wasn't anything there. Good faith to you. Good faith. To you. That last to you was a little delayed. Okay, we went on a long walk so we could wish each other good faith. Okay. I guess that's how it is. I guess that's just how it is. We have not seen enough of this moon. There's this reflexive part of me that just wants to hit Y when I see Y appear. Because I'm like, oh no, what if the prompt disappears? But it wouldn't be good if I did it here, because I don't want to go back to the ship. Part of me wants to walk around to the base of the ship, see how close I can get without going in, but I don't think I'm going to actually do that. It's interesting I found the Serpent's Eye without the info about Reneki. Speak to gate, remark. Question. There are many more inscriptions. Are there any more inscriptions on the gate? Anything that boy might have found that we've missed? No, mistress. But if the word was a password, it would not be written beside the lock. Okay, can we say anything else? Okay. Ifarali. That must have been the word Amir spoke to the gate. Does Ifarali activate the long hopper, perhaps? The one the berry god used to save me? Said Ifarali. Said Bayaki Katifar. It works! Maybe it works. But what now? It is asking where you would like to go. Ooh. Iox. Silan Ang. Set Bayaki Katifar. Myersi. Silan Ang. Most likely Myersi has an original name, mistress now lost. Heaven's Vault. Silanang. The gate is ancient. I need an ancient name. Sit Bayaki Katifar. I know how to make the gate listen, but I don't know what to say. All the names it knows are ancient. The only old name I know is Elbereth, which isn't much use. I wish I would have said it. Set Bayaki Refar. Kibenya. Maybe I can learn some more words. Okay. Let's go visit Toppy first. Very sad I don't get to talk to my good friend Huang. What would the ancient for Iox be, I wonder? Okay, we're entering. Aaliyah, come on in. Let's talk to Taffy. So, Taffy, I want to show you an artifact. Oh, yes? It's an ancient bone figurine of the goddess of water from Myersi. Well, now. I can do a little distance from that. I was something of a similar period, I think. Yes, this is it. A pottery pot, decorated with a claw motif. Look, Six, there's even some salt still inside, and there's a drawn phrase across the side. Raise your goblet and... drink? Oh. Raise your goblet and... Oh, interesting. At? Sing? This is song, mostly. Except, instead of the noun form, it's the verb form. So I would think something like sing. Happiness is abstract enough, I wouldn't think that it's happiness because I would expect the abstract symbol. Launch is a verb. Poke is a verb, so it would have to cry or shut. Oh, there they are, verbs. Okay. So it's a verb. So not happiness. Launch, poke, or cry are all valid. Poking doesn't have saying. Okay. I think the one symbol, second to last symbol, one with a crook with two commas on it. I think that's like talking. Yeah, speak. By itself, it's speak. We have it right there at the top. Speak. Well, not exactly by itself, but I see that it has... I see that it has, it's saying it's a verb, then it has the symbol, which I think is the ending symbol, or it might just be a, and that's all there is, just this one symbol by itself, because symbols together mean something. If we hop right into another symbol, then maybe it would connect to it. So maybe we only use that when we only have one symbol by itself with a modifier, just so it doesn't run into something else. Perhaps that's what's going on. Perhaps that's how it works. Launching isn't really like talking, so I think it has to be cry. Cry is cry or shout. That could be like a song, I guess. Uh, so at? Not at. Uh, So at raise your goblet and cry. Bringer or giver would be a noun that was associated with a verb or something like that. We have none of that. Beautiful. Outside would probably be a location because I was basically in the back of my head. I was thinking out or outside. It's a little hard because at's opposite feels more like outside of. So at home versus outside of home. In and out feel more like opposites, but I feel like, let me see. Let's view the phrase it's at. Ideas in the stone, so it can be in. It is sometimes translated as in. Okay, I feel a lot better about the opposite being out then. I like that being ideas still. Okay. So it's going to be in. I mean, it's going to be out. Let's have another think then. Cry out. Yes, and that makes sense in the entire sentence. Raise your goblet and cry out. Most likely this comes from the same source as the figurine in the chart I found earlier. This will make the unknown, extremely ancient site easier to locate. So, you've inspected the goods. The pot for your goddess of water figurine? Yeah, let's do that. Oh, but now I can't ask Wang for help. Ask another question. Another thing, Toppy. We know this. He doesn't like being asked that. He's not going to respond well. People bring me things. They leave things lying around. Yeah. Does everyone take away something as well? We're a fair society. Everyone gets something. See you later, Toppy. May your steps stay steady, Alia Alastra. We have one new artifact to trace. Are you ready to go yet, mistress? No. I want to pay a visit to Roy. Very well, mistress. What was up with Roy's daughter again? There's something up with her. I thought I saw a button prompt for this table. Why do laborers not fight back? Some do. I doubt they get far. To Roy's yard. I've had enough of this place. I like they will as an answer, though. Because it's like, oh, I'm embracing the loop idea. Leave the yard. No, I need to ring the bell. And then I wait. Camera will zoom in on us. Let's do a pan. So we can't notice the zoom as well. We're seeing our various angles. Very good. Ah, there she is. There's so many things we could discuss. Aaliyah, what can I do for you? So many things I could show her. I found a Rebusky foil hidden in the statuette, an old one, with an empress recorded on it. We found a shrine that could read it back for us. It's quite something. Too delicate for empire work. This is either ancient or was made in an ancient way. In the Empire they carved things by hand. They were useless. The recording on it was an empress or something close. can't be ancient. So this must have been made by an ancient machine. Empire foils can barely store a picture. Show her the metal hoop. I found a strange metal hoop. A hologram came out of it. Let me see. I recognized it immediately, of course. The neck hoop from a robot. But it won't do anything without a core. It needs something to project. Last thing I noticed is it's badly made. Robots are beautifully crafted, delicately crafted, beautiful shape machines. This is an Empire period copy. Okay. Ask something more. Tell her about the hopper and the dais of the gods. I wanted to tell you something. Ask your advice about something. Oh no. Not again. Just hear me out. We found an ancient hopper. Are you hoping to sell it to me, Aaliyah? Because I don't want it. It was built into the wall. You're hoping I can pry it loose? Six thought the hopper was used to record people. I wanted to see if it was true. Record people? I suppose that might be possible. You got the eye to ignore the physical matrix entirely. Why would anyone want to do that? That's a people question. I don't really deal with people. Sounds like you have no idea what you're talking about, Aaliyah. Nothing unusual about that, except you normally hide it better. So, where is it, this hopper? How do you feel about taking a short flight? I don't... in the Nightingale. You're serious? I'm terrified. I've never sailed before. You know that. You can say no if you want to. Understood. I'm not saying it. Let's do it. Right now, before I change my mind. You ready, mistress? Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. And so we left the surface of Elbereth! I was not expecting this. My brain had become pretty much on rails. We were going to go off. We were going to continue talking here. We are going to go to that one ancient site, and then it was going to probably open up another area or two, and that would bring us to the end of the game or something. But this is exciting. Aboard the Nightingale, we returned to the ship and sprung up into the water. Aaliyah? Yes? I had no idea. The sky. You haven't seen anything yet. Come up the ladder. There's a dome. You can see. Maybe. In a moment. Maybe 6? Shall we show her how it moves? Mistresses? Thank you for this, mistresses. Withering... go back to the Withering Palace. Okay, we can't take her somewhere else right now. Okay. I didn't think she'd come with me. I thought she was, like, permanently there. Sailing to the Withering Palace in the Withering Ways via Ioxian space. Is it far? Not too far. Just look out the porthole if you don't feel well. Turn to the right. We will need to turn right momentarily, mistress. I don't know why, but it just popped into my head. This almost feels like a Final Fantasy PlayStation game's airship minigame in a kind of a way. Did you know the robots have control words? Ooh, this was a conversation point we could have pursued, but maybe just got shifted here. What's that? I'll show you. Splicet. 6. Splicet. Dot dot dot. Oh, camera? Camera? Okay. By the moons. That's incredible. How long does it last? Mistresses? Not so long, then. Still, who knew? I don't want to pass control to 6. That you didn't know. There's so many conversations that we could maybe have. Is it just this one? Or did they all have them? All of them, I think. It must be something burnt right down into the foil. Anything higher than that would be overridden by the robot's own intentionality. That would be something to test. And a word bypassed the ethical core. Ooh. I feel like probably. 6? What do you think? Six doesn't want to answer that. It's stuck again. Never know how long it'll last. Mistress? I was considering another matter. We were wondering if your control words would bypass your core. I do not know what you mean by a control word. Interesting. Let's see. Okay, I've got a ways. The system won't allow the system to know about its own overrides. Makes you wonder if you and me have overrides we don't know about. I think people know their triggers, don't they? You really don't understand people, do you, Aaliyah? Take the next left up ahead, mistress. Well, I hope we don't get one of these really fast things I don't want to make. Or always tea stick. Or river stick, or... I should take you to Renaki sometime. Or Renaka? You'd like it there. Let's see how she likes this trip, and maybe we can talk it. I don't trust your taste, Aaliyah. Oh, we're close. We've entered a region of minor flow once more, mistress. I thought the path was to the right, and then it changed on me. What's wrong with the river here? Oh. Approach ruin. Currents here are unusually weak. The rivers here are losing their integrity. Perhaps that is how the Withering Palace was lost. Right, this place seemed like more of a hospital. The structure has long since fallen apart, mistress. The rivers have washed this place clean. Okay. Okay, we got a little ways to go. Feels good to be back on a real river again. Oh, okay, I guess that's what we're supposed to do. Yeah, okay. There's a nice little segment here. Did we not get anything from that ruin? I don't even remember the end of that prompt. It just felt like our little dialogue ended. That we'd been talking about the river and then we moved on. This is a region of minor flow once more, mistress. Maybe it was one of the ones that have nothing associated with them. Okay, let's proceed. Oh boy, we're really moving slow. Are we sailing around in circles? Nah, we're not sailing around in circles. Not if we follow the path. Oh no. I am going to reset here. That conversation line didn't seem productive. Sparkles appear to be settled by our passing mistress. We are sweeping them away as we sail. I feel like we've heard this dialogue before. Okay. We're gonna slide along here. Here we go. About to drop. Offer us down 6. The Withering Palace. This is the place Kaya mentioned. Why would anyone build a palace out here? Let's continue. We hoppered down outside the ancient gate and hurried inside. Is everywhere you go like this? You have a strange hobby. Tell me you can hopper us back 6. I can indeed, Mistress Early. So what is this place you've brought me to? It's horrible. I think it's some kind of ritual site. The nobility of the Empire came here when it was time to die. They came here to be recorded and stored. It's creepy, Aaliyah, that's what it is. Okay, that was the way in. This gate doesn't open. There's a way around. Follow me. So many books here. Was it a library? A library of a terrible kind. I don't like the sound of that. What's up here? Anything good? Your friend is very eager, mistress. Just more books, Aaliyah. I know. I went that way myself. The interesting stuff is in the dais outside. This way. I like how she's exploring the place as much as I was when I was first here. A ramp. Nice piece of work. For you six, I suppose. Right, how did we get out of here before? We just, oh, those aren't actually walls. Okay. And yes, this was the curious place. So who are all these lot? Emperors? And there's one that's got no arms. That's the serpent god. A what? Who worships the serpent? They don't have enough eyes either. How many eyes should they have, Roy? If I build a god, I'd give them lots of eyes. Maybe some magnetic hands. Speaking of eyes... This is pretty incredible. Maybe hoppers were more common back then. But to cut one open like this... Cut open? Looks like it. This is a normal hopper eye, except it's been... disemboweled. It's a hack. Honestly, I quite love it. Six remembers this place. We already think we know what it does, so I'm more interested. From before it was buried, I think the hopper here did something to the robots here. Seems unlikely. A hopper's like a mirror. Either it reflects, or it's shattered and it doesn't. But it can't change what reflects. Six thought the hopper wasn't storing bodies. That's the relevant thing. You what? Oh, you mean there's no physical refraction? You're sure, Six? Quite sure, Mistress Roy. Neural capture is enabled. That's pretty interesting. Give me a minute. Can you stop watching me? Now we can see if we can identify the god statues. Silence, everyone. Artist at work. You'd better believe it. Let's leave her be for a bit. Still got no idea about this place? No. But there are several suggestive elements. There's something else. Lined up? Passing right through the center of this space. Interesting. Yeah, what is that part? You put the hopper source. The beam comes out of here, strikes whatever it strikes, and it carries it across to the eye. Aaliyah, why did you bring me to this horrible place? This is some kind of method of execution. While you are correct, Mistress Uroi, I believe there is more to it than that. It's storing people, right? Please, look again. Six, could you go stand in the middle of this space? Between the hopper source and the eye, Mistress Uroi? That's right. Uroi, what are you doing? So this hopper doesn't reflect the physical stuff back. But suppose the dynamics still came through intact. Like the way people recorded themselves as messages. Maybe 6 was used to capture someone and that's what it's remembering. Wait, you're going to what? Open 6 up? Like you did to 3? Something like that. Oh... You see, the good thing about hoppers is that they're physical. Every time they're used, they entangle with what's already there. They get a bit scratched. Like the way a ship leaves a wake in the water. So if this thing hasn't been used too much, we might be able to recover a few stray images. Hoppers shave bits off you? Why did no one tell me this? More like an after image, but whatever. Point is, between 6's foil and the entanglements in the hopper eye, you might be able to get a few interesting resonances. What happens to me, Mistress Uroi? I have no idea. Ready? Uroi, you can't just wipe my robot. I don't think that'll happen. But you're not sure. Of course not. I've never done this before. Don't pretend like you care about robots, Leah. They'll be able to undo whatever it is you're doing. I do care about 6. Maybe Leah doesn't, but I do. Maybe? Hard to really know. Do it. I feel like I need to. Already done.
I don't exactly know what Oroi did, but the effect on the robot was impressive.
You are in charge here? In charge? I was held for so long. You won't imprison me again. You can't. Ah, so I see it is still here. Still working. My followers worked for months to uncover the secret of this device. They can see me now. A glorious result. Who are you? She kinda looks like Mayari? You do not know who I am? Has so much time passed since I ascended? Tell us what you remember. I remember everything. I'm not a child. Show your respect. You have a ship? Don't you know? Ah, I see that you do. Interesting. There are layers inside here, layers upon layers. You've declared yourself a goddess. You wiped away the ancient religions. Do you know what they believed? Before I burned all the books? Before I rewrote their tongue? Superstition. Seditious superstition. You hoppered yourself into a robot. You died so you could live forever. An empire must have foundation, a greatness to keep it sound. The Emperor forever, the Emperor undying. I offered myself to be the beating heart of the empire I created. There were others after you. I kind of want to ask her name is, but all the emperors were recorded. I know that, of course. They rose like a wind from this place with me. We took Iox together. It was glorious. You really pick your robots, Aaliyah. This one had some kind of superiority complex. I didn't realize it ran this deep. But tell me of my world. I'm not uncaring. Has the darkness swept across the nebula? Is all lost? The nebula is as light as ever. Is it? Not dead yet, then, but dying. The fools. Lee, if she leaves the beam of the hopper source, she'll disappear? No. She'll stay like this. There is a ship here. Follow me. Neki does not wait, Aaliyah. Can you turn her off? I want 6 back. If she came and stood over here, maybe. But I somehow don't think she's going to. Come, or I will depart without you. You heard your Empress, Aaliyah. Nothing down here now. Oh no. Are you always this slow, Aaliyah? Oh no. I want 6 back. You do not want to be left behind. Stand by, Aaliyah Alastra. And so he left the surface of the side of the Withering Palace. Oh, this is weird. I want 6 back. Aboard the Nightingale, we returned to the ship and sprung off into the water. What if I had said no? Is this your ship? Do you not clean it? My robot cleaned it. And you should be grateful your defective robot is gone. The boat seems watertight, at least. Though I would use a hopper. I prefer to fly. Good. Aaliyah, I want to go home. I don't know how you stand these dead moons. Well, so much out here we don't understand. You could come with me. I really want her, because I want to bring 6 back. No, I couldn't. I want to live my life, not walk over the wreck of someone else's. No wonder you're so cold. We don't understand the past, we're lost. We make the same mistakes over and over again. My mistakes are mine. And one of them was coming here with you. Just take me home. I want to go somewhere busy. What if... Hmm. The Withering Ways. Sailing to Elbereth in Ioxian space. Gosh. It really seemed like it would probably be okay. I refused to sit down on Elbereth. The place is repulsive. You can go if you want to. Bless the waters. Well, let's look at our timeline. Okay. Pass control to Enki. Our route goes right shortly, Elizabeth. Elberethian rat! Wow. Go right here. I know a better way. Let's stick to rivers we know while we have company. You should go right, Aaliyah. Should I? Yeah, I could loop around, but that seems annoying. I guess I will go right. I am unhappy with myself. I didn't protect Six.
Ori had never left the surface of Elbereth before. I could see she was trying to look brave, but she was not letting go of the ropes.
Yeah, these are fun little turns for her. Left or right. We'll go left. I love the music here. I'm gonna pass on the control. Wonderful. Elbereth. Could show that metal cylinder to Roy. He's already with me. I could have showed her on the Nightingale. Her Highness is refusing to come down. I don't blame her. Surprised you come back. I have friends here, Roy. You do, Aaliyah. Don't forget that. Thanks for the ride, Aaliyah. Good luck with your new Empress. Robots of off switches, right? Nope. Good faith to you, Aaliyah Lastra. Good faith, Roy. I hope it won't be so long next time. Oh, I'm so lonely. Speak to the gate. Sit Byakuya Rafar. Irafarli. Sit Irafarli. Sit Byakuya Katifar. I still can't think what to say next. Perhaps it can't take me anywhere. I guess I'll go back to the ship. Back to the ship, then. Looking at the time, we're at the 2-hour mark. And so I left the surface of Elbreth. Okay. I want to find out where the Empress wants to take me. Aboard the Nightingale, we returned to the ship and sprung up into the water. Okay, off we go. Time to move on. I will ready the ropes, Aaliyah. Oh, unknown ancient site. Okay. All right. I think this is a good stopping point. I thank you all for taking the time to watch me, and I'm kind of sleepy, so I'm sorry if I'm not saying the normal things I usually say. But I've had a good time. I'm still quite sad about 6. I hope we can get 6 back somehow. And I really wonder what would happen if I had chosen differently. I feel like this is probably going to give me more information, but at the same time, it is very sad. I thank you all for watching, and I'll see you next time.